So today I'm in one of the most beautiful villages on the Isle of Wight, Godshill. We're going to check out the village itself and see what it's got to offer. We're also going to check out what's supposedly one of the best cafes on the Isle of Wight. And then we're going to head up towards the church and find out about the strange story of how it moved overnight. I would say is that I'm here out of season at the moment, so not all of the shops and cafes are open at the moment, but it's really a bustling place here in the summer. So as I said, it's one of the prettiest villages on the Isle of Wight. It's quite touristy, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's full of little thatched cottages, and there's lots of cafes and restaurants throughout as well. Also, there is a lot of free parking down here as well. So unlike a lot of places on the Isle of Wight, you can park here for free. And the shops that you've got here have got lots of tourist stuff in them, but they're quite good quality. So this is it. This is Cook and Baker. This is one of the best cafes on the Isle of Wight, apparently. Well, let's go in, check it out, have something to eat, and I'll tell you all about it afterwards. As I thought, that was absolutely incredible. I had the Bavarian currywurst. It was a wild boar sausage in a toasted sourdough bagel, a fried egg and curried ketchup. It was absolutely incredible. Right, let's head up to the church and find out why it moved overnight. If you've been into a postcard shop on the Isle of Wight, you've definitely seen this view before, but we're just going to head up to the church and take a look around. So we're here now at Godshill Church. It's also known as the Church of the Lily Cross. Let's go and take a look inside and find out why. here is why this church is called the Church of the Lily Cross. This is quite an unusual church. The depiction of Jesus behind me is one of only 2 like it anywhere in the UK, and I think there's only another one in Europe as well. So this is a very unusual way to depict Jesus. Traditionally, we're used to seeing Jesus shown on a wooden cross, but here he's represented on a lily cross, adding deeper symbolism, representing purity, resurrection, and the promise of new life after death. So they think the church itself was built around 1040, but with a lot of churches throughout the UK, they were potentially previously pagan sites before, and pagan sites of worship. Interesting, if you look, this church is actually 2 churches, and it was originally split into 2. One side for the workers and one side for the landowners. And if we just come over here, you can see where the original wood beams that would separate the left side of the church from the right side of the church. So if you do end up coming here, check out this picture here, because if you move closer to it, Jesus' eyes open and close. Very strange. So the story of how this church became to be on the hill is actually quite a strange one. It's said that they began building it at the bottom of the hill initially, and the workmen would put the foundations together every morning, and they'd start building this church, and they'd come back in the morning and it had been moved to the top of this hill here. And they'd start again, and the next morning they'd come back and it had been moved to the top of the hill again. So they just decided, must be a sign. Let's move it to the top of the hill. And this is where it is now. So that is me done in Godshill. If you haven't already, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I'll see you next time.